Hey guys! What's up? Alpha Lion Simba here, and welcome to another episode of Untamed USA. It's time we talked once again about reptiles, and this one is another one of America's most iconic reptiles, and that is the American alligator, or Alligator mississippiensis. So, let's get gabbing about the gators. The American alligator lives in the wetlands of the southern United States, including the Everglades in Florida. The American alligator is the largest reptile in North America. A fully grown gator can weigh up to 550 pounds. An adult male can measure nearly 20 feet long in the past, but it can now measure usually only up to 13 feet. The best way to tell an alligator apart from a crocodile is by the shape of its snout. Alligators have U-shaped snouts, and when their mouths are shut, only their upper teeth are showing. As is the case with all crocodilians, alligators are amazing swimmers and push themselves through the water with their long, powerful tails. Like all reptiles, alligators are cold-blooded, and so they are inactive until their muscles warm up, so they bask in the sun to bring their body temperature up to working level. And they can help themselves cool off by holding their mouths open, just like a dog. In the wild, alligators eat turtles, frogs, fish, birds, and small to large mammals. When an alligator sees potential prey, it submerges itself gently until only its eyes and nostrils are barely visible. It creeps up on its prey slowly, and then when it's close enough, it launches itself out of the water to grab its prey. Alligators are very good jumpers and can jump over twice their body length out of the water. And some have been observed using tools to lure in birds. Alligators swallow small prey whole, but they must subdue larger animals, relying on a combination of drowning and shock in a technique known as the death roll. Alligators only use their teeth to kill or cut up meat. They can't chew. So, with large prey, they often leave the carcasses to soften up in the water. Then it mangles them and tears off smaller pieces that it can swallow whole. In some areas where the water level fluctuates, the alligator will dig itself a hole in the mud, which becomes filled with water. This guarantees its access to water at all times and also provides other animals with water. Sometimes these underground hollows are as long as 65 feet. The temperature there remains fairly stable, so the alligator can retreat there when it becomes overheated. It also enters these wet retreats in winter as the water insulates it against the cold. It enters a dormant state, lying low until spring. But sometimes in winter, the alligator gets frozen in its water-filled gator hole, but as long as there's a breathing hole, it survives the freeze until the spring. The alligator's mating season lasts from April to May. During this time, the male will let out a loud roar to both attract potential mates and warn off rivals. And the American alligator is the noisiest of all reptiles. The male's roar carries for up to 500 feet. In June, the female prepares a nest above the flood level. She builds a mound of vegetation which rots down like compost and serves as a natural incubator. She lays her eggs near the top, covers them up, and lies on the nest to monitor the temperature and drive away egg-thieving predators. Alligators usually lay 35 to 50 eggs per brood, which hatch after an incubation period of 60 to 70 days. When the young hatch, they emit squeaking and chirping noises, and the female digs the eggs out of the burrow. And after the eggs hatch, the female carries the hatchlings carefully to the water in her mouth. While they're still young, the hatchling's diet mainly consists of insects, shrimp, tadpoles, and frogs. The youngsters grow at a rate of about 12 inches a year. Alligators reach maturity at 10 to 12 years old in the wild, but much sooner in captivity, and alligators can live to be up to 30 years old. The American alligator is currently listed as least concern on the IUCN Red List. However, this was not always the case. For most of the 20th century, the alligator was shot for its hide, which was used to make belts, shoes, purses, and wallets, and was threatened by drainage of the wetlands to make room for farms. However, in the 1960s, it was declared an endangered species and given legal protection. Since then, and through rigorous other conservation efforts, such as the creation of alligator farms, the species has since recovered. And there are currently an estimated 5 million alligators spread across the southeastern United States, and roughly 1.25 million alligators live in Florida. Well, that was it. My Untamed USA episode on the American alligator. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave requests in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Alpha Lion Simba, out.